Welcome, 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 beautiful souls. This is Elevate TV, where we are transcending our minds and our lives to magnificence. I'm your host, Tramice Valentine, and today we're touching on the topic getting negative self-definition, getting rid of the negative self-definitions, letting go of negative self-talk and who we claim ourselves to be. That shit does not serve our lives. It does not take us on the flight of where we want to go. We're not able to soar. We're not able to thrive. It's really critical to really become aware of how we talk to ourselves and who we claim ourselves to be, who we believe ourselves to be, and the mindset that we are walking around with in our everyday life. Because our mindset determines how we live ultimately. Our mindset determines the world around us, our internal, how we feel on the inside. It determines everything. You know, our mind is a powerful thing. It's a powerful and it's a powerful thing to waste. It's an important thing to waste, and it's an important thing to use. Like they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. So really, what are you walking around telling yourself every day? Your own I amness is your power. Your own I amness is the determining factor of your life. It sets your limitations or it gets rid of your limitations. It either puts limits on you or it makes you limitless. It's all up to you, no one else. Joel 3:10, it says, let the weak man say, I am strong. Because whatever you add to I am is what you become. We literally don't see things as how they are, but we see things how we are. You know what I mean? Like, so when you change who you are, or when you change who you claim yourself to be, you get a broader spectrum of the way the world really is. Does that make sense? The only way you become something else, or the only way that you become what you want, is to redefine yourself as what it is that you want to become. You can't go around saying that you're poor or broke and expect to be wealthy and rich. You can't go around saying that you're sick and expect to be healthy. You can't walk around and say that you're incapable and expect to be successful and capable of whatever it may be. Like, that's literally the antithesis of becoming what you want. That's literally the antithesis of being a success, being the opposite. Like, you cannot define yourself as one thing and expect to be something else. So no matter what you may feel like you see on the outside, condition your mind to what it is that you desire, who you desire to be, what you desire to have, what you desire to do. There literally is no definiteness of the mind. The mind can't tell what is real or what's imagined. The mind can't tell what's real or what's fake. You know what I mean? The only thing that is telling our mind that it's not is our conscious mind, is our awareness. And once we really begin to visualize and imagine what it is that we want for ourselves, what we want to be, what we want to do, what we want to have for ourselves, really visualize that and let go of saying that this isn't real, and really hold on to those feelings of what it is that we desire, then that's when we begin to see something different on the outside of us and feel differently on the inside. Literally, you can win when you work from within. When you work on your self-awareness. work on that negative self-talk to transmute that shit into positive self-talk. You feel what I'm saying? There is no definite way to your life's path. Everything is the right way. So you got to choose what it is that you actually want for yourself and let go of what you've been living so far, of the things that you don't want. And like I said, dead the negative self definitions of yourself, because your I amness is your power. I am strong. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am smart. I am successful. Instead of I am poor. I am broke. I am sick. I'm incapable. Like we have to get rid of that, because the things that we don't want to be, calling ourselves crazy and depressed and sad, those are what keeps us stuck. This is your self-awareness, and you're never going to be able to experience anything better than, or anything other than your own self-definition. We're not able to live a fulfilled life giving ourselves negative self-definitions. Our I amness, who we are claiming ourselves to be, when it's negative, is no good for us. You know, I feel like it's almost used as a crutch to give ourselves a more of a comfort in those unfortunate situations, to kind of keep us limited and not be able to, quote unquote, experience failure. But in reality, there's no such thing as failure. Everything is supposed to be taken as an experience and a lesson. There's always different experiences to be felt, whether it's a more positive or more negative experience, but at the end of the day, there is no failure. So we have to really understand that the negative self-talk in our own I amness is what either takes our power away or gives us power. It's either empowering or disempowering. You know what I mean? If you're continuing to tell yourself, I'm weak, I'm sick, I'm incapable, I'm crazy, I'm unworthy, I'm poor, I'm broke, those definitions of your own I amness is keeping you in that same exact place. That's giving your power away, that you really are manifesting those things, but in a more negative downward spiral. So when you change your own I amness in the Bible, if you're more religious, it says in Joel 3:10, let the weak man say I am strong. So if you feel you are weak, say I am strong. Never give yourself that definition of being weak or poor. Let the poor man say I am rich. Let the poor man say I am wealthy. Let the poor man, the broke man, say I am successful. Say I am worthy. Let the sick man say I am healthy. Let the crazy, incapable man say I am sane, I am capable. Let the depressed man say I am happy, I am full of peace. Because your self-awareness is what gives you power or takes your power away. Negative self-labels do us a great disfavor. It fucks with our psychology, our psychological self-image, the way we think, what we say to ourselves, and what we believe about ourselves either empowers our self-image or disempowers our self-image. It's all on us and what we believe is true, what we feel deep inside. I'm telling you, you can win when you work from within. The mind can't tell what's real or what's imagined. In all honesty, our mind doesn't care what you say. It just goes along with what you are continuously telling yourself and how you feel about what you are saying. That's all that matters. So even in those situations of telling yourself positive self definitions, if deep in your mind, deep in your soul, you don't really, there's something like saying that's not true, that's when we really have to dig deep and look within ourselves to win. Like, really look within ourselves and say, and ask, all right, what is your conscious mind telling you? Because it's up to you to actually change those things and redefine who you believe yourself to be. That's when we really have to love ourselves more and really have compassion for ourselves. Because at the end of the day, no matter what anybody else says to you, it could be the most positive thing. It could touch your heart, but if deep down you don't really believe it about yourself, you're going to go about your day and those negative self definitions are going to come back. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us, our own selves, to really adopt a new way of thinking about our own self and really love ourselves into that new way of life. That's when we should be journaling or sitting with ourselves in a quiet space and hugging ourselves and getting to understand that hurt person that's within, so we can start to imagine and really feel our desires come true, because our healed young self will let us soar. What holds us back is the wounded child that's deep within. Those doubts, fears, limiting beliefs, all of those lower chakra deep feelings that we have about ourselves that are stemmed from the past. Our younger selves are holding on to those things. And once we, even if it's something from yesterday that somebody said, that's your younger self holding on to those things, because deep down, you really know. Deep down, 9 times out of 10, you know that you deserve better. You know that you want better. Not even if you feel like you deserve better, you know you want better. But there's something deep down holding on to whatever root cause is making you believe these things. And that root cause is very deep. So when I say, like, let the weak man say I am strong, that's repetition. Repeatedly tell yourself these things. Repeatedly journal these things. Get quiet with yourself. Go out in nature. You know, pick up an instrument, do some art, something to take your mind off and bring peace into your life. And then once you bring more peace into your life, continue to tell yourself these things, positive reinforcements, because that's the only way things will change. It's simple, but it's not easy. It will become more easier the more you repeat your positive self definitions. Like this old way of life is decades old. I'm 3 decades old. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we really have to repeatedly tell ourselves these new beliefs in this new way of life that we oh so desire and feel deep within ourselves that we crave so much. because it's really possible, but the way that we have been living is deep rooted. But it can 100% be uprooted. Like, that's the, with this positive reinforcement of applying these new beliefs and this new positive self definition is the way to uproot it. And the journaling and the getting quiet with yourself and all these things that bring peace to each and every individual one of us, that is how we uproot this bullshit that we've been taught. Honestly, we've all been through some bullshit in our lives. We all have been through trauma. Like, one way or another, trauma is not this one thing. We all experience trauma in different ways. Just like there's no one way to live, there's millions of definitions for millions of different things. There's millions of definitions for one thing. You cannot just say trauma is just one thing. We all experience trauma in different ways. So whatever your trauma may be, whether it's abuse, addiction, death, whatever it may be, it can be healed and it can be given love to the point where you can soar, where you can let baggage and heavy shit go. Because we truly cannot soar when you feel negative about yourself, when you have a negative self image psychologically about yourself. Like, I realized that some years back, like, it's no matter how much I want and desire to be, do, and have a better life, a wealthy, healthy, loving life, it's impossible 100% to have that and really enjoy it if I'm continuing down the path of negative self definition and psychological warfare. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm beating myself up on the inside, it's impossible to enjoy what I have. It's impossible to love myself the way I should if I'm beating myself up on the inside about this thing happening or may not happening, or I'm feeling like I'm not good enough. Like, that's not loving myself. That's not giving myself compassion. That's not loving the little me. The only way we become something else, or to experience something else, or to become what we want, is to redefine ourselves as what it is we want to become. So deep down, you know what you want to become. You know what you want to do. You know what you want to have. And whether or not you believe it, you're worthy. It's so crazy. Like, in religion, I grew up in Christianity, or what do they call it? Baptist. Uh, Christianity, Baptist. I feel like they go hand in hand. But I grew up in learning that way of life, and they teach you that you're not worthy. You're not worthy to have a fulfilling life unless you struggle, unless you give your money to this institution, unless you're doing things this way, this way, this way, this way. But then you're still probably not even worthy, because only God is worthy. But I never believed that. It never sat right with me. I never really got to the point where it's just like, damn, I want that, or I understand that, or I gotta have that. First of all, like, we got this book, this Bible, this religion from people who hated us. And you are wanting to follow this book, this religion, word for word, theologically. as if it's right. But these people hated us, killed us, destroyed us, put us in this mental state of poverty, of struggle, of unworthiness. And I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. It just doesn't sit right with me. The God I know, the God that I feel deep within, I know that I have within me and outside of me is love and is worthy because it's worthy. He's worthy. She's worthy already. It is everything. He is everything. She is everything. God is universal, universally wealthy, universally healthy. God is love. God is everything. That's the God that I know. That's the God that I am. I amness is your godlike power. Your own I amness is either going to empower you or disempower you. What you say I am is your strength or your weakness. Let the weak man say I am strong. Joel 3:10. Like I said, I do not believe in this book. If anything, I think of it as a psychological thing. It's there to help you, to guide you, to bring awareness, to make you think. But there is no word for word, do this, and that. 100% the way to find God is to look within. Like there's nothing outside of me to tell me that you are doing the right thing except within how I feel. As long as I'm living from love and stepping from love, that's God. That's my I amness. Like your I amness. What you say you are, I am, is what you become. It's what I become. We have to quit saying shit that we don't want to be. Poor, broke, crazy, incapable, unworthy, depressed, sad, sick, etc., etc. Nobody wants to be these things. So why continue to say it? Our mind does not understand what is imagined or what's real. It's all real to it. So why not fool ourselves into thinking it's not even fooling ourselves, it's just taking a different path, honestly. Here I am going along with the societal homogenistic ways of saying that it's me fooling myself, but it's really going a different path, creating a new path, getting out of the rut of continuing down this fucked up way of life. This life that does not serve me, this life that does not serve you. It's up to us to create a new path. I am strong. I am worthy. I am capable. I am successful. I am sane. I am rich. I am wealthy. In all honesty, money is not something to attain, but money is really your own self awareness, your own getting power. It's what you believe you are capable of. Money is your awareness. Wealth, that's what I'm saying. Like it's your awareness of what your limits. Money is your own getting power. So what do you believe yourself to be? Who do you want to be? Because that's your getting power. When I say wealth, it equates in my mind health, prosperity, abundance, love, peace, and wealth. That is what I call wealth. It's not just about money because money just came about not too long ago. It's made up. We don't see things how they are. We see things how we are. When you change who you are, when you change who you believe yourself to be, you get a broader spectrum of the way the world really is. Who are you? I am God. I am God. The kingdom of God is the God in me. And I'm not saying this out of like an egotistical way, a cocky way, but it's out of empowerment. It's out of love. It's out of strength. It's out of feeling supported. It's out of feeling guided in me. Because when you realize that it's within you and within everything else in this world, you let go of feeling so much angst and feeling so much sadness because you understand. You really feel it within that everything is love. Everything is God. There is no need to feel without because you're already whole. It's everything. It is literally everything, and all this shit is made up for you to feel inadequate. These clothes, my glasses, the thing you're watching me on, whatever it may be, the couch you're sitting on, the chair you're sitting on, it's all made up by someone's thought process, an imagination. An imagination in the mind. It was all made up for us to enjoy, to experience, not to feel less than or unworthy. But these people that are in power right now has made it so we can feel inadequate. But once you realize that it's all within your imagination, all within your self-talk, all within your will, all within you, that shit doesn't matter. You begin to enjoy every little step that you take towards your peace, towards your happiness, and just be. And understand there's really no destination for you to get to, but every step is an experience of love, an experience of life. It's all about perception and your own definition of what you give these experiences in this thing we call life. If you're giving it a negative label, it's really doing you a disfavor because it fucks with our psychology, our image of the world, our self-image. It fucks with us because we have the power. Our brain is like a sponge. Our body has hundreds of thousands of millions of neurons in our body, and our brain is like a sponge full of neurons, like plastic that we can rewire once we start to tell ourselves new things. It's easy to rewire once we continuously do it and continuously take action from those new beliefs that we're creating. So who do you want to be? You want to be somebody that's successful. You want to have a farm. Go till the ground. Go buy some seeds and plant new seeds and look up farm shit. Really adopt that new way of life because your brain will start to create new neural pathways. Just like you can become a professional basketball player, like the professional athletes and shit. Like they practice so much to become a professional. Like it's not just a natural thing. Like you can, for some it is, but you can literally uh, make your brain do anything that you want by continuously creating new habits by continuously perpetuating the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Just like you're continuously perpetuating the negative self definitions over and over and over again with the poor, broke, crazy, incapable, all that shit that doesn't serve you. Your neural pathways is stuck on that shit. You can create new neural pathways the more that you start to move towards that new way of life. Everything that you want to be, do, and have is possible once you start to create and write down that new life and work from whatever it is that you wrote down about the new life that you want to be, do, and have, and make a plan and do that every day. Your brain will adapt, your life will adapt, and you will start to see things change in your life. In life, it's 80% mindset and 20% what you do. Our mind is so fucking powerful. It creates world. It creates everything that you see in this world. It started from the mind and imagination. The life that we live, it's based off of 80% of our mindset and 20% off of what we do. Literally, just think about it. If it's 80% of our mindset, what does that tell you? Like 80% of your mindset is why you are living the way that you're living. It's why I'm living the way that I'm living. And it's 20% of the actions that we take. So honestly, write it down. Write the new beliefs and self definitions that you want yourself to adopt. Write it down in a way that is believable to you. I'm starting to believe I am adopting this. I'm starting to love whatever, like whatever feels good to you. I am something empowering, something positive. Honestly, because it works. You will win when you work within and let go of the shit that's outside of you that doesn't serve you, things that make you not feel good enough. Understand that you're already worthy. You were here. You came here with the intent to live a fulfilling life. And everything that we have been through up until now was not a mistake. It happened for us for a reason, for us to use it as fuel, to use it as strength, to make us stronger, to make us love even harder, to really understand that that bullshit is not what we want, but we want this way of life that really empowers us. Like really, that shit doesn't make us feel good, but it's for us to feel stronger. It's for us to not ever want to experience that type of life and possibly help those people who are living that type of life. I don't know what you've been through. I only know what I've been through. And if you want to speak about it, please join my Patreon and join the pack of the like-minded individuals who really desire to take a new path and are willing to have that courage to curate that shit for themselves, because it goes down, baby. Like, we be on some real shit. And honestly, if that's something that you want to do, hit the link tree below and join my Patreon. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Please subscribe and hit that like button. It's good for the algorithm and it's good for people like us who want to find a pack in a community who is looking to evolve and elevate. Yeah, just adopt some positive self definitions, a positive self image for yourself, because nobody else will. No one else will create the life or curate the life that you truly desire besides yourself. And once you start to do it little by little, like literally appreciate every step that you take appreciate it. Have gratitude, because gratitude multiplies. Gratitude allows and attracts bigger things into your life. Just like when you are not appreciating much of anything, you don't see much because you're not open to it. You're not really appreciating. So when you start to have gratitude for the things that you already have and the things that you are taking step towards, you start to see more. You start to see a broader spectrum of things to appreciate because you're open and aware to it, right? When you change who you are, you get a broader spectrum of the way the world really is. And changing who you are also means, like gratitude, you start to see that a broader spectrum of things to be grateful for. That goes with the positivity of life. You start to open your mind and see a broader perspective from a bird's eye view. So let me know your experiences, man. Tell me how your life is starting to change. Like, really implement these things. Check out my latest video because it tells you more on how to make a plan for yourself and adopt the new pathways to your life. Much love to you. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.